Howdy, we talked earlier about China and security concerns with China, but there's also precautions that companies should consider when they're outsourcing manufacturing in general, but also when they're outsourcing manufacturing to China. What are some of those precautions that should be taken if a company is outsourcing?
Well, just in general, I think it's a case of trust and verify. Whenever you're outsourcing anything, you need to make sure that you've got somebody else on your team or somebody on your team who can audit all the procedures. Traditionally, the concern with sending somehow you're making me be the guy to pick on China today, so thanks for that. But the traditional consideration with sending stuff to, I'm just going to say to Asia, has been intellectual property theft, right? So I've got my source code and I don't want to have that stolen. Increasingly, especially in some of these telecommunications networks, of course, Huawei and 5G has been tremendously in the news recently. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And in those cases, our concern is that we can't put Chinese manufactured devices into the middle of trusted networks because who knows what the Chinese government is up to. And of course, by the way, the rest of the world feels that about the United States too. It's not just about China. But anyway, ultimately, if you're building a product, it comes down to you want to be able to go and audit it. You want to have somebody doing that audit for you who's experienced enough and smart enough and knows what's going on enough to be able to understand what the risks are and to the best of their ability. Having said that, you're still going to end up trusting your partner. I mean, it's the way things work. But
All right, I promise any other China questions will go to Josh or Trent. I'm going to move us to our last topic of conversation, just in the interest of time, and that is